Hi. So this is a continuation of the previous demo where we had established connectivity between the hosts on the connectivity between VMs on a single host. Here we will establish connectivity across the hosts. There's the first step. What we will do is first we start the um, compute VM. Let's start. If you look at the local file here. Um, so here we have put the host IP, which is this particular host IP and the service host. And from the ML2 plugin, we have configured and the tunnel type as GRE. So we will start stack here. It will take some time. Okay, now that the stacking is completed, so we'll go back to our Horizon interface. Um, so here I've already removed all the previously created instances. So I just want to show that now there are two hypervisors. Was the controller node and this is the compute node. So what we'll do is we'll create few instances across both the network. Just look at the network topology once. So we have these two subnets that are connected by the router. So we'll go to the compute instances. So launch instance. Here what we'll do is we'll launch around 4 instances in the 10.0 subnet. Here we'll use the same zeros and so this is coming up. So while this is coming up, we'll go to the admin, look at the instances to see where these VMs got created, how did this got distributed. So we look at it, we see one VM got created on the virtual box, the first one of the hosts, and the other three got created in the second compute host. So we go to the so let's create few more VMs on the second subnet, and these are the 4 IP addresses that got created. The instance so here, difference is we go to the networking tab and we create the 11 subnet here. Because the same other steps. So we launch this. Okay, while this is coming up, again we'll go to the admin, look at the instances. Here, if you look at the 11 subnet, so we see again one VM got created in host 1, the other three VMs got created in the host 2. So let's just quickly look at the network topology now. So, 4 VMs on 10 subnet, 4 more VMs on the 11 subnet, but here we don't see the fact that these VMs are distributed across two different hosts. That part is completely hidden from the user. Uh, okay, so now we are in the controller host. We just see the open message output here. The one thing I wanted to point out here is on the bridge tunnel, we see that there is a tunnel that's created between 156.101 and 102. So this is the GRE tunnel that gets created between the two hosts. And you should observe the same in the compute node. If you go to the compute node, um, we do that. So here we see that it's between 102 and 101. And here 102 is uh, the compute node's IP address here. Okay. So what we'll try to do now is we'll try to ping between a VM on this subnet to a VM on this subnet and make sure that these two are across two different hosts. First, so let's pick two VMs that we want to ping. So let's say that we select the 10.0.0.11, which is on host 1, Then let's pick 11.0.0.12, which is on host 2, and let's try to ping each other. So before that, let's say that if I ping on this host, it's not going to work because I need to establish the rule so that this VM allows connectivity from external world. So first what I will do is go here and change the access and security rules. To do that, here I go to the access and security, and here I have a default group. So I just need to establish two rules here. One is to allow all ICMP, and the other is to allow all TP. So this is so that I can SSH to that VM. So once this is done, after I created the rule here, so we'll go to the controller mode now. Let's try to ping the VM here. So we're able to ping. Let's SSH to that. One of the VMs that we have logged into. So let's go to the compute mode now, and let's try to ping the VM here. That is not working because we don't have a way to reach this particular VM. So if I look at the routing table, there is no route to reach the 11 network. So let's add a routing entry here. Okay, so we add a routing entry for 11 subnet, where the gateway has the controller host IP address. So this will go across the tunnel. Add this, look at the routing table here. So now let's try to ping the so before we ping across two different subnets, let's try to ping between two different hosts on the same subnet, but which are present across two different hosts, which is the VirtualBox here and the VirtualBox 1. So what we'll do here is, so here we have logged into the VM, uh, this 0.0.11 here, and this is on the host 1. So let's go to the uh, 0.0.12. And let's try to ping between the two VMs on two different hosts, but across the which are in the same subnets. Before that, let's do a wire shot here. Let's capture the ping packet that is going. So here, capture interfaces, and let's use the slow interface here. So let's filter on ICMP packet type. So the compute VM here. A single here of the VM which is on the other host. That's fine. Let's go back to the controller mode and let's look at the captured packet. So this is between 10.0.11 and 10.0.12. So this is the regular ICMP packets. So here the GRE encapsulation between the two hosts, which is 56.102 and 56.101. So that is in the request, and similarly we should be seeing it in the reply as well. So basically, these are two hosts that are these are two VMs talking across two different hosts using the GRE encapsulation.